7 causes of fatigue. Today's topic is fatigue, a metropolitan disease. Why are we tired all the time, and is fatigue normal? In this video, you will find 7 things that make you tired and maybe you don't even realize it. 1. Insomnia. Insomnia is the #1 cause of fatigue. You may think that you can tolerate insomnia comfortably. You went to bed at 2 a.m. and got up at 7 a.m. to go to work. You thought you stayed awake for the moment with a heavy coffee intake, but in the afternoon and evening, fatigue set in. You started to feel sleepy. You started to feel more exhausted. For this reason, no one should sleep less than 7 hours. You may think that by sleeping for 5 to 6 hours, you can tolerate the day comfortably and do your work comfortably. But your problem-solving ability decreases, the way you approach things changes, you become a less tolerant person, and you become more tired. This is why no one should ever get less than 7 hours of sleep. 2. Vitamin deficiency. Our vitamin deficiencies come second. You may have had enough sleep, but if your body is severely deficient in B12, vitamin D, B6, B3, iron, vitamin C, and magnesium, it is impossible not to be tired. Fatigue has become a common symptom, especially with these vitamin and mineral deficiencies. In fact, it is almost the only symptom. 3. Excessive stress. Stress comes third. If you are not managing your stress well, if you are chronically exposed to prolonged stress and high doses of stress, you may develop stress-related fatigue syndrome. This is one of the most common causes of both fatigue and chronic fatigue syndrome. Nowadays, we work hard, we sleep little, we move little, we are exposed to a lot of stimuli from our environment. This makes us tired, and this is the main cause of your fatigue during the day. 4. Excess coffee consumption. Coffee comes fourth. Coffee is right next to us. We consume coffee frequently, but if you intensively consume more than 400 milligrams of caffeine during the day, and if the amount of caffeine you get through coffee starts to increase, coffee can make you exhausted instead of invigorating you. Coffee is the most consumed psychostimulant in the world. That is, it is a drink that stimulates our nervous system, but excessive consumption brings fatigue and tiredness. If you drink, let's say, 2-3 cups of coffee during the day but then feel tired all the time, the main reason for your fatigue may be excessive coffee consumption. If you feel lively enough to drink 1 or 2 cups of coffee during the day, this is the ideal size for you. Some people drink 5 to 6 cups of coffee during the day and do not show any signs of fatigue, but some may show these symptoms when consuming more than 3 to 4. If you are severely exhausted in the afternoon towards evening, the main reason for this may be the coffee you consume intensively during the day. Not consuming fluids. Thirst comes fifth, and we recommend that men should drink at least 3.7 liters of fluid and women 2.7 liters. How much water and how much fluid a person should take in during the day varies according to weight. But if you stay below this amount, it will take its toll, and the first symptom is usually fatigue. The important thing for this is that, when I was tired during the day, how was my water consumption? You need to ask yourself this. If it's late afternoon and you've only had 1 or 2 glasses of water during the day and you feel tired, don't look elsewhere for the reasons. It means you are drinking too little water. Water is indispensable for our body. 70% of our body is water, and we need water for our kidneys and heart to function properly. Don't say you are not thirsty. You are thirsty and you are just postponing your thirst. Don't postpone thirst. One of the main causes of your fatigue can be dehydration, fluid losses, and underhydration. 6. Wrong diet. 6th is your diet. If you are not getting a good balance of protein, carbohydrates, and fats in your diet, you are not getting the beneficial compounds in your diet in a natural way. Nutrition is not just a pleasure, it's a need of our body, and it's not just the calories, but also the content, the protein balance, the fat balance, the amount of vitamins and minerals. We often see this mistake. A person goes on an aggressive diet, thinks he is losing weight, loses weight but also loses muscle. His immune system collapses because he is on a protein-restricted diet and he feels very tired. One of the most important causes of chronic fatigue syndrome is not getting enough protein and beneficial fats in my diet. You can't go on a diet by just eating greens and soup. You have to get protein too. You have to get essential fatty acids. You should consume fish twice a week. You should include red meat in your diet. You should include eggs, which are one of the highest quality protein sources in your diet. Otherwise, you may experience protein deficiency. When you get protein only from vegetables, you get a protein with low bioavailability. This is where the role of animal foods comes to the fore. Diet is not just about calories. 7 unknown diseases, and finally, 7th underlying diseases, especially sleep apnea, slow thyroid functioning, anemia, panic disorders, anxiety disorders, some neurological problems. In other words, the main cause of fatigue may be a disease that has not yet been diagnosed. If you have persistent fatigue and you still have severe fatigue after correcting the problems in the sub-item I just mentioned, then you may have an underlying disease that has not yet been diagnosed. The idea that I am tired, I will only take magnesium, I will only take vitamin D, I will only watch my diet, I will sleep a little more, nobody should interfere with me is not correct. If you already have a disease, if your fatigue problems persist, this disease must be found. The causes of the disease, which we call etiological research, must be investigated, and if possible, this should be short-lived. Because, for example, fatigue may be the only symptom of diabetes, which is one of the most important diseases, and fatigue may be the only symptom of an important disease such as depression. Pay attention to fatigue. Don't say I am tired, but I am managing. You should have energy. You should not run out of energy at the end of the day. Review your diet, your habits, your sleep. If the problem still persists, consult your doctor to investigate the underlying disease. Thank you for watching my video. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and like my video for the continuation of such videos. Goodbye.